Written in Gold, An Untold Tamil History of Writing. Tamil Golden Era before 2,300 years.
All right, today on The Explainer, we're diving into a story that seriously challenges what we thought we knew about Indian history. And the wild part, it was literally unearthed by a storm and, get this, written in pure gold. So let's just jump right in with a question for you. When do you think writing really began in India? Like the widespread use of it? For a long, long time, history books have had a pretty clear-cut answer. And that answer? It's all about one guy, Emperor Ashoka. You know, his famous edicts, the ones carved into massive stone pillars and rocks all over the subcontinent? Yeah, that's often pegged as the big starting point for India's written record. It's a really powerful story, and it's been the accepted version for ages. But what if that's not the whole story? What if there's proof of a tradition of writing that's even older? And not just older, but more widespread. Something that wasn't just for kings, but for everyday people. A story that, well, was written in gold. Okay, so let's quickly lay out the official story, the one we've all heard. The conventional timeline for writing in India, it pretty much kicks off with the Mauryan Empire. All right, let's break this down. The standard narrative says it's about 2,200 years ago, we've got the Brahmi script, and it's all carved in stone as imperial decrees from Ashoka. But look at that last point. Ashoka's empire didn't cover ancient Tamilakam. That's basically modern-day Tamil Nadu in Kerala. And that little detail, that's where things get really interesting. You see, long before anyone found any gold, clues to a totally different version of history were popping up, and they were found in something way more common. We're talking about simple clay pottery. And when you put them side by side, the difference is just wow. Ashoka's edicts were top-down, right, for royalty and officials. But these pottery shards from a place called Keezhadi in Tamil Nadu, they tell a completely different story. For starters, they're about 2,500 years old. That's centuries before Ashoka. And they weren't used by kings, they were used by regular folks, just scratching their names on their pots and pans. So this is the really crucial takeaway here. This find completely flips the script. It points to a society where writing wasn't just some top-down thing from the king. It was a tool for everyone, woven into the fabric of daily life. And it was happening way, way earlier than the official timeline. And believe it or not, the pottery was just the beginning. The story was about to take a turn towards something even more incredible. A discovery that was, well, a total accident. Okay, so picture this. There's this village, Thenur, in Tamil Nadu. A huge storm just barrels through, and this giant, ancient tree gets ripped right out of the ground. When the villagers are clearing it all away, they spot something under the roots, a clay pot. And when they look inside, they find gold beads and 7 small solid gold bars. 7 of them. But here's the thing. It wasn't just the gold that was so amazing. It was what was on them. All 7 bars had the exact same mysterious writing etched onto them. And this is it. Pogul Kunra Kothai. Can you just imagine? These ancient Tamil-Brahmi letters, etched into pure gold, had been sitting under that tree for thousands of years, just waiting for a storm to bring them back into the light. So, what does it even mean? Well, the best guess we have is something like Kothai of the Great Hill. And Kothai is interesting because it could just be a woman's name, or it could be a title for the ancient Chera kings. So that adds this whole layer of mystery, right? But here's the real kicker. Carbon dating puts these gold bars at over 2,300 years old. That is squarely, without a doubt, before Ashoka. Now, this find wasn't just ancient. In the grand scheme of Indian history, it was completely one of a kind. So to really get how unique this is, think about it like this. We've now found ancient Tamil written on pottery, on stone, and now on solid gold bars. Now, compare that to Sanskrit. The Gupta period is famous, right? They call it the Golden Age because of all the incredible literature written in Sanskrit. And yet, there are no known examples of ancient Sanskrit inscriptions on gold bars. None. That's what makes this Thenur discovery so mind-blowing. And what's really amazing is that this thing of writing Tamil on gold wasn't just some ancient fluke. If you fast forward all the way to the 16th century, guess what? A trade deal with Danish merchants was written out, you guessed it, in Tamil on a sheet of pure gold. So this was a tradition with some serious staying power. Okay, so we've got the archaeology, the clay pots,
the gold bars. But the final piece of this incredible puzzle doesn't come from digging in the dirt. It comes from ancient literature.
And this is where everything just clicks into place. There's this line from an ancient Tamil Sangam poem, the Aggananuru, and it says, "They come with gold and return with pepper." It's so simple, right? It's a perfect snapshot of a busy, thriving trade economy. That discovery under the tree, it wasn't just some random artifact. It was the physical proof of the world that was being written about in poetry more than 2,000 years ago. The evidence and the literature just line up perfectly. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? This whole story, this major rewrite of a piece of history was just hiding. Right there, under our noses, waiting for a storm to knock over a tree. It leaves you with this one big question. What other histories are still out there, buried, just waiting for their own fallen tree to reveal them?